Hi, I'm George Sharp. Welcome to Epic Times and Searchcamp. I'm here at Searchcamp HQ at the Phoenix building on the Teeside University campus. Searchcamp is in quite a few weeks into the programme now, so I thought we'd bring Epic Times kicking and screaming into the 21st century and do some filmed interviews. We've done a few competitions that have been filmed and stuff, but I'm going to sit down with all of the teams on Searchcamp and ask them basically what they've got out of it so far, what's their favourite part, how they find Middlesbrough in the northeast, and what turns them on culturally, because obviously here at Epic Times we're all about inspiration. So let's see what they have to say. So what do you feel you've got out of Searchcamp so far?
I think it's both a collaborative environment and that all the teams are condensed in such a small space. You're sort of bouncing off one another.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's a learning environment. You've got the mentors coming in, and a lot of support.
Mm-hmm. A lot of experience and learnings, especially from customer discovery with lean practices. So before launching something big, we start to get that to the minimum requirement product, launch it, see how customer will respond, and then try and iterate and try and add more features.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, that phrase that keeps popping up, the MVP, minimal viable product.
And this is exactly what we did. We launched and we had basic functionality. So after launch, we had users coming back to us saying, "Hey, I really want to edit my profile," and even to date, they still don't receive an email with any activities that are going on the website. So, for example, when someone comments, they don't know that.
Oh, right.
So we are just adding that.
Yeah.
Today.
The main thing that I've got out of Searchcamp is making a decision on where the company's going to move forward. I have lots of ideas at the beginning, and then with all the mentors that have come in and the discussions, you get even more ideas. Yeah, and so then actually honing in on the best way forwards. One of the big things has been customer conversations, that actual process of being encouraged to get out of the building and speak with people, so that you are actually building something that people want, not just something that you think they want.
Yeah, making assumptions.
Yeah, so that's really made a difference in terms of the direction our product's headed, and it's meant that we're now at the stage where we've got a live product, we've got paying customers.
That's awesome.
And again, we're in a situation where we're continuing that customer conversation process, so that we're constantly evolving into something that the customers really love.
So one of the things that we take from Searchcamp is like that they help us to improve and understand the lean methodology. So with Searchcamp we apply this kind of methodology, and it's very helpful for us.
Yeah.
I think the most that we've got out is through the mentors. The mentors have really helped us connect with loads of people who are very well connected in the industry, and I think that through the masterclasses that we have learned a great deal. For sales, from the technical point of view, it covers almost everything, so we have learned a great deal from it.
Any mentors in particular?
I wouldn't pinpoint any single one, but they are all generally very friendly, very helpful in their advice, and some of them aren't afraid to be to the point and critical of our business plan. So I think that's a great help to us.
Awesome, yeah, of course.
Being part of a vibrant community of creative people inside the room downstairs is pretty valuable. If there's a problem that you can't solve, chances are that the guy sitting next to you can.
Bouncing off each other.
Yeah, it's been really helpful when you've got a problem that will take a week to fix, and someone pops up and says, "I had this last week, and this is how I resolved that." That's been extremely valuable.
Yeah.
First of all, I think that massive learning about building a company, what things you have to put together in order to begin a business, and for people like us that we don't have, before Searchcamp, we don't have any idea about businesses and actually creating a structure around a product. That has been, for me, the best part of Searchcamp.
Yeah. What's been your favourite part so far?
For me, it's been some of the mentors, in particular, Kate Rudder from Luxor.
Right.
When she came in,
Went all the way from the States.
Yeah. when she came in, she really changed the way that I was thinking about the way that we interacted with our potential customers. And off the back of that, I think we've really accelerated the learning that we've got.
Well, I think every single bit had its own magic. Right. It was in terms of the very first beginning we dealt with the business model canvas. So at that time we had a look at more detailed look into what is our value proposition going to be, our customers, how are we going to generate revenue, and we had to change that, especially the revenue streams. We had to change them probably 5 times so far.
Right.
Then we also another interesting part was about customer persona. Discovering that part was a very interesting exercise, and everything that came after that.
Cool.
Certainly some of the trips to London,
Right.
just being part of that.
The last one sounded very busy.
It was certainly very busy, very hectic. It enabled us to engage with a lot of different mentors in a short time period, and really take on board a lot of learnings in that time. The mentors that have come in have really been excellent and really helped to frame up exactly what we're doing and the way to move things forward.
Maybe the first was very, very helpful because we met a lot of people, interesting people that can help us in the future with our company.
Yeah.
So we did a lot of masterclass, very interesting things, and yeah.
Was there anybody in particular? Any mentors in particular?
In particular, we like a lot some mentors from London.
Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah. Understanding them in Europe. Yeah. Also, Mark Manera.
Yeah.
Cool. The name.
I think I would have to say the Searchcamp socials.
Okay, right. The first person who said that, so...
They've been pretty fun getting to know the people here. Yeah, they're a nice bunch of people.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's been fun hanging out with them.
Probably the trip to London. The teams had a really good bonding session down there.
Which time? Because you've been down a couple of times.
Yeah, so there was one trip down to London, we all went together, so the whole of Searchcamp went down to London. And it was great to get to know a few individuals more than you'd done sort of in the room. A lot of people, especially the programmers, have the headphones in and they're on a keyboard and stuff. And we let our hair down in London, we had a good time. We all bonded really well, so that was a great time.
Well, mentors have been really great in general. We personally really like Kate from Luxor.
Okay, yeah.
Because now she came from San Francisco, the States, and she gave us a lot of insights about how to engage with a customer conversation, how to do this kind of interviews, extracting value from customer conversation, and I really liked her visit. In general, the environment, working with our team has been really, really great.
A lot of people have talked about, different teams bouncing off each other in the room.
Yeah.
People have a problem, they just bounce it on somebody else. And
Sure. Yeah, we are always, talking and communicating, sharing experiences and, what tool are you using, how do you do that,
Yeah. Cool.
I have really liked all the analytics side of the program, how to use data to go to an end.
Cool. And what do you think about Middlesbrough?
I think obviously it's had a tough time over the last few years, but with programs such as this and backing from the university, I think it can become a much more enticing place for businesses.
Yeah, I think Searchcamp, their big thing is wanting to make Middlesbrough a big startup place for the north of England.
The Boulder of England.
Oh, Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah.
Well, I moved out from Romania 6 years ago.
Oh, right.
I've been in South England, then Edinburgh for 4 years. Now in Middlesbrough, so coming from Edinburgh actually, it's a bit too quiet for me.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
But the weather was really nice, so I think it compensates.
Yeah.
Middlesbrough is a great place. I think in particular the startup community is really starting to grow.
Yeah.
And it's quite lively. There's a nice atmosphere in amongst the startups, particularly in the technology side of things.
Yeah, cool.
It's nice.
Yeah.
We like it. Yeah. We were in Durham.
Durham, beautiful.
In the second part of the 2012, studying in the Durham University. So we know the Northeast, but we never been in Middlesbrough.
But you like it?
We like it. Yeah.
Cool.
Middlesbrough is different, I would say. It's different from the city life that I've been really used to, and it's a good change in its sense. It helps us to focus on the work at times, but it's also a different pace of life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from the northeast myself, not Middlesbrough, but I think it's great to be part of a young community that's growing at a rapid pace. There's a lot of stuff going on in terms of startups and technology and digital businesses in Middlesbrough, and it's great to be part of that, especially at the early stages when you're setting the foundations. And it's
Very exciting way.
yeah, it's growing, and it's growing in a positive direction. And I think it'll be interesting to sit back and look at in 5 years' time, look at what's been accomplished, what companies have been born here, and I think the key is keeping companies here.
Yeah.
Which Searchcamp seems to be doing very well, especially with some of the international teams.
Yeah.
I think that the community here in Middlesbrough have been really, with all these kind of events like Refresh Teeside, for example, where we have been very warmly received. We have given, every team have given some pitches around. For example, I gave one about the startup scene in Spain, and other teams have given pitches more technically, other more about their own countries, but trying to add something to the community here, and they have been very supportive and very good.
What turns you on culturally? Where do you find inspiration from? Music, film, books, anything?
Yeah, well, for me, obviously previously, I was a DJ, so music is a big influence for me on a personal level. It affects my mood quite a lot, so either we've got some music playing on a big speaker in the main room, or I'll have sort of headphones in to try to kind of really focus.
What sort of stuff did you DJ?
I was mainly house music, commercial dance, little bits of R&B, but I did my rounds as a wedding DJ as well.
Right.
So
I've heard you guys playing some hip hop in the room before. Is that a big thing?
yeah, I think
Bit of everything, really, isn't it?
I think you try to kind of
Cater to everyone.
cater to everyone.
I suppose, because there's so many people in the room.
I think some people don't really like the music, but they put their headphones in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, probably running. That helps me to focus and to
Inspires you.
think about what's going on. And chill step music.
Okay.
That's also very calming, and at the same time unleashes that creativity.
Do you listen to chill step while you're running?
As a matter of fact, I listen to Blackmill, and that I think Blackmill had a really nice bass.
Yeah.
That went along with the running.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I was completely surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even when I'm working, I'm listening, and it's calming, and at the same time, it gives you a nice uplift.
It's got to be good food.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, but ultimately, I think everyone likes to eat good food.
Anything in particular?
Well, for me, being paleo, then it's about making that food as good as possible. And quite often people might say, oh, not keen on, how can you go without bread or cakes or things like that? Well, it's finding ways to make that, and for it still to taste awesome and people to love it as well.
Personally, I love football and sport a lot. So for me, everything is a challenge. Everything is an occasion to improve. And times with teammates, doing something great.
I've heard there's been some football rivalries going on in the room over the program.
Over the program?
Yeah.
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 The Spanish
Spanish
players.
lads, yeah.
Yeah. Because you guys played each other at one point, I think.
Yeah.
We played
Yeah.
well, we lost.
Yeah,
The penalty.
in the end of June for the Confederation Cup.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
wasn't
luckily match,
a
yeah.
good day,
Yeah.
very sad day.
We came to the office the day after. We found a big Spanish flag on our
That's nice.
spot.
Yeah.
So it was nice.
Cool.
No, it wasn't nice.
I would say that the food here is different. I've had a lot of kebab over here.
Right.
And a lot of sandwiches in the afternoon, fatsos and stuff. Yeah, which I think is unique to Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
And yeah, in terms of movies, I've been watching a couple of movies with the guys over here. So yeah, it's
What? Anything in particular?
the internship.
Oh,
the last
right,
one
yeah.
I watched, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember any previous ones. But yeah, we've watched a couple.
That's cool. You were talking about music before, and you said you listen to anything except dubstep.
Anything except dubstep. Pop, R&B, rock. Yeah, I listen to quite a variety of stuff.
Cool.
Applying innovative technology to boring old solutions. So looking at a business problem that's ugly, that no one wants to get their hands dirty with solving, and putting a nice switch on that with some technology, and thinking outside the box of how can I solve this problem in a way that hasn't been done before. And hopefully that will lead to a successful startup and a successful business.
I personally, from stories from successful entrepreneurs, I really like to read books about, big guys that
Biographies and
biographies. I really like it. About, from the most typical ones like Steve Jobs or Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, and I really like all that stories because they started from nothing and then actually they grew up. And also I like to read stories about people who have their companies and they fail, because it's not always about success but also about failure and learning from your mistakes, and I really like that kind of stories about failure and standing up again and continue your struggle. Yeah.
cool.